and let's have some fun on the markets. So I want to propose something to you guys. I was experimenting with a different Bollinger value, and I find that the Bollinger level 13, okay, 13.2 seems to be quite effective. So 13.2, or you can even stick at a default of 14 and 2. I even tried 12 and 2. So the reason why I even went for that is that I want to be able to catch the times when it crosses over the middle and the next one is going in that same direction. So I want to ensure that I get the direction right as ASAP. So for that reason, let's say I'm interested in this candle right here. And when I do a tweak, I'm just going to show you, what if I did this as a 13? And that will enable me to exit on this one, or exit on this one for that matter. So usually when we use 20 and 2 for the Bollinger Band, it is not bad for for like largely trending markets. But at the same time, there will be the times when the market will get very narrow. And when the market gets very narrow, you're gonna find that you have to open levels unnecessarily. And I mean, that's when you want to use a bit of common sense, because when, let's say, if it's a very big move, naturally it will come back, but it may not come back immediately. But what you want to do is that you want to get a direction change as soon as possible. And I find that that does the job quite well for Bollinger Band 12 and 2. And I still keep my weighted moving average on 12 and 2 as well. So these are my current settings, and I find that helps a lot. Okay, let's, for example, when you see that this one breaks beneath, rather than go against the trend a couple of times, this helps you get right into it on this trade. Isn't that brilliant? So I think that's going to help you. That's going to help you guys, tremendously, if you just switch, to a 12 and 2 Bollinger Band. Like those of you who are online, what do you think of that? If any of you has been trading the Martingale system in the last couple of in the last couple of minutes, the last half an hour or so, I want you to look at the pair that you were last trading at. Okay, let's hear it from you guys. Which pairs were you trading on? For those of you who are using my new system, I want you to have a look at your charts. And let's say if some of you have went into maybe 4th level, 5th level, I want you to turn your charts, the Bollinger Band, to 12 and 2 and see if that saves you opening levels, okay? Because what we really want to do is to keep it to as little levels as possible. Okay, Howard says we're doing EJ. All right, so EJ, I'm going to have a look at this one as well. And this is one example where the market is getting really tight, okay? Where it's getting really tight, and this is typically when it will cause you to open levels unnecessarily. So let's say when there are big spikes, it will make you open levels unnecessarily, and when there's very narrow movements, it will cause you to open levels unnecessarily. And the reason why I want to try to experiment for the best values to reduce the number of levels that we actually need to take is because this will enable us to trade the method that is already fairly safe even more safely, and provide the potential for some people to actually who want to scale their entry sizes a bit more, and for those with smaller accounts to be able to do it more safely. Sticking with the conservative system, for instance. And for the aggressive system, obviously, to maximize the return as well, okay? So what I'm going to do is the usual. I'm going to look out for any quality reversals, but at the same time, I think if I cannot find any, I'll just show you guys on this. But I really want to, share with you this idea about using the 12 and 2 Bollinger Band. I mean, uh, have we ever questioned why MT4 always defaults at 20? Have we ever questioned why the brokers default as 14 and 2? Okay, so if your goal is reversals, 20 and 2, or let's say any value higher than 20 is probably good. But if your goal is to do trend follow, you know, I find that the lower the number is more ideal if you're using Bollinger Band for breakouts. Okay, so just to give you guys a little bit of information and some inspiration for your your thinking. I would like you to just, you know, for those of you who are locked into IQ, or if you're using something similar like Binomo or Expert or Olymp, you know, just go into your inbuilt indicators. I want you to type in different values and see how that alters your charts. And then when you enter different values, you see that the Bollinger can be actually a very, very powerful tool in following the trends. And it can help you to you know, minimize your need to even like re-enter a trade tremendously as well. So at the lower numbers, the Bollinger Band, this is what I found out. I was doing a lot of experimenting. So this week, I haven't been doing that much profiting, although I did profit a lot. So as a matter of fact, I started this week at 5,900. I hit 7,000, took out 2,500. Because I mean, like, I've just been suffering so much account fluctuation in the previous weeks. So it's like, you know, I better bank some money without even trying to think about the 10K goal, but let's just put some money aside first. I think that's a very, very good system for you to do as well. So, and then after I did that, I've been spending a lot of time this week doing R&D. R&D as in like experimenting with different values, because and different how the indicators that we typically use with different values can help us get a different result. So what I found out is that, for instance, like I said, you try this out, all right? Let's say very often we're using MA7, all right? So BB7, SMA7, how about that? Have a look at that, all right? And let's say, why don't you have a look at BB7 deviation 1 instead of deviation 2, okay? You know, these will give you like ideas of market momentum at the same time. So these are a lot of ideas for you to experiment with. And like I said, for reversals, we're always looking at 20 and 2. And a lot of us think that, okay, outside 20 and 2, the Bollinger Bands, we go for reversal trade. But have you ever thought about, let's say, if you played around the values, is that going to increase the quality of your reversal trades or not? For example, if you change to 25 and 2, look at how instantly that picks out a lot more high quality reversals than 20 and 2. I'm not sure if you ever taken the time to notice this, but this is what I noticed. And I noticed that when I switch the values, let's say from like the 20 and 2 that I previously mentioned for this Martingale system, which gives us, you know, at least, you know, 85 cents a minute. And for those with bigger accounts, more as well. But if we change that to, let's say, 12 and 2 Bollinger Band, how much more reliably can we actually find out, you know, how much more reliably can we actually follow the trend? So these are some really, really tremendous things that you want to look into. And I think it will be a game changer for you. Obviously, it's not going to save you from the very steep spikes. Nothing will. But when the markets are flat, let's say I say at 25 and 2, look at these ones. It's going to give you much more high quality reversals as well. That I definitely encourage you to look into different values. Have you ever wondered why the TDI is 35? If you look at the TDI, right? TDI likes to use the value of 35. And if you use 35, you see that the ones where it closes outside, you know, you obviously coupled with a previous high, previous low, feeble extension, and that's gonna change things. That's gonna change things for you as well. All right. So TDI is this thing right here. Like I said, you can actually customize the values. Your RSI period, your volatility band. Your volatility band is your Bollinger Band. But if you change that from 34, you wonder why we're always using 20 and 2 as default. Why is this one the default 34? So the reason for that is because the people developing this indicator of TDI, right? TDI is used a few different ways. TDI is used, it can be used for trend follow, it can be used for reversals. And the people, I mean, there's been a lot of manuals on how to use TDI on the internet. And on the internet, when they teach you how to use the TDI, they will say that if it goes outside and comes inside from the blue band is the volatility band, that's a reversal signal. And true enough, we can see something like that. So there must be some reason that they have taken this value instead of the usual 20 and 2, right? So for that reason, okay, let's say if they're using 30, they're using 34 over here, what if I use 34 over here as well? Does it make sense? And let's say if over here, they're using these values, like for example, RSI period 13, okay? Maybe there is some reason in using RSI period 13. So let's say if I wanted to add in RSI period 13, and I personally like to just use the 50 line, so I can see, you know, how what is generally, you know, above trend, beneath the trend. Or let's say if I wanted to put in the defaults of 70 and 30, such that, you know, when it's anywhere above 70, I call, beneath let's say beneath 30 I put, you know. So how that works out in over here is that that's actually your red line. So this is the red line that you're looking at. That's the RSI 13 at work. And then we have a moving average. The moving average inside here is the 7. Okay, that's like a no, actually no, sorry, the 2 RSI, there's a 2 as well. And the signal period, they're calculating over the past 7 bars. So they're looking at the 2 and the 13 crossing, and then they kind of moderate that onto a graph of 7 bars. So there's a lot of things that you can actually look into and experiment with that could actually make a big difference in your trading. Okay, so I wanted to just share these ideas with you, and now let's just look at the charts and see if we can find any quality reversals. If not, I'll take a couple of Martingale kind of trades with you, and because I saw one of the comments recently. I can't remember whose comment it was. I think was it Rob or I think was it Rob or Peter? So one of you guys, he said something like starting with 800 in February with the idea to take 10 trades a day and make 5% per day, but it hasn't really been working out, and it's basically been, you know, like stop loss in the sense that when you hit a daily stop loss amount, getting out and coming back the next day. So after a couple of months, actually he's down to 380. Okay, so that's actually one of the reasons why I'm you know, kind of doing this way of trading right now, because I find that it is that's a quick graph. I mean, this is why I find that, you know, this is a way to give us a lot a lot. I wouldn't say a lot more money. I would say like reliable income. Okay. So looking at a picture right now. Okay. So let's say beneath the center line, we're doing puts. Okay. Loss, and this would be a loss because it got direction change, and then we change to a call. This would be a loss, and this would be the win. Now, when we change to the 20, okay, This okay, or rather, wait. Okay, hang on. This is the 20, that's the 12. So yeah, that you see, this one takes 4 losses into a win, and the 20. Okay, over here, when we change from the 12 to a 20, that's a loss, 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 because beneath the middle line, we're doing puts, and when it gets above, we change to a call, which is a loss, and when it got beneath, we change to a put that goes into a loss. When it goes to the top, we change to a call that goes to the loss. And then, this opens a lot of levels. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh my God. So when the markets get very flat, uh, this is proof. And thank you again, Joji, that the 12 versus the 20 is going to save you from a lot of entries. Okay, it's going to save you from a lot of levels, a lot of unnecessary exposure. Because sometimes, right, I know that there will be people who are guilty of this, that you get bored of starting at $1 and you want to start at 2 or let's say 6. And then it just so happened at that time the market got quiet, and lo and behold, before long you have to trigger that level 9 or level 10 trade. And you find that well, I thought this was going to help me make money, but this I don't feel so comfortable about taking the next trade. Ever felt that way before? Uh, and then sometimes, uh, you are there trading, and then you find that, hey, what's the point of me entering these trades when I know that they're likely to lose? So now we have a solution by minimizing this to 12. um, and we are instantly able to reduce the number of entries. uh, I think I briefly look at 5. I didn't do the statistics, but I find that like 5 is going to give us a lot of mixed signals as well. So I think 12 seems to be quite nice for now. All right. Yeah, good stuff. All right. So let's look again, and I think I'm just checking around. I'm looking at these indicators at the bottom. Um, AJ, we may have one, but the problem with AJ is that I would like to wait for the next touch. Okay, this one, I will go in on the next touch. Okay, let's have a look at all the Aussie pairs right now. Oh, wow. Yes, EA, let's do a 3 minutes call, EA. No time to change my trade values and just stick it to what it was. So why I like this one is because I can see at this level it's being hit a couple of times. And why I'm not taking a larger trade size, because when I see there's a lot of long wicks, that means there's potential volatility. Sometimes we have a very good setup, but just because of volatility, we can lose a trade. So to minimize that risk, I will keep my trade sizes smaller. Okay, correlation pair Aussie USD, Aussie JPY. So if this one is doing puts, the other ones you're looking at, sorry, if this one is doing call, the other one you're looking at puts. The most correlated one will be the Aussie USD. So let's have a look at that. Yeah, so the Aussie is the correlated one. And if you don't have Aussie USD, the Euro USD is correlated to that. The GBP AUD is also correlated to this. So GBP AUD is making a nice surge over here. And actually GBP AUD and this is direct correlation. Reverse correlation would be the Aussie USD trade. So what I found to be a very good activity to do is the Martingale system in between trade setups, so that we can, just wait for the next quality setup to present itself. Well, that 3-minute expiry was spot on. Look at that. So for those of you using high-low, you are perfectly fine with that 3-minute expiry. Okay, we're getting a lot of movements right now. I can see this by my chart scrolling at the bottom. I would stay away from going this right away, but I would actually look into this. Okay, oh yeah, we have one right there. I would say this is a 60-second or a 2-minute. If you had caught that bottom, this would be your entry. But if it wasn't your bottom, then I would say just take away from that. And let's look at something else. All right, let's check out the, okay, the New Zealand pairs. Okay, NU, my goodness. New Zealand USD for 3 minutes. New Zealand USD for 3 minutes put. Oh, it's not available for me. Okay, what? Any NU pairs do I have? No, crap. Okay, let's see. UCAD, if you want to do the dreaded UCAD. $2 minutes. Heck, I'm doing it. Just do it for like $10. Oh, not available for me. Okay, that's strange. I thought they had UCAD in the mornings. Okay, I'm getting indicators on AUD. Never mind. Already gone. Yeah, there you go. This this what do you call that? GBP AUD. Look at that. I said 60-second. It was spot on. GA was better than the EA though. But not available anyway for me. So what can we do now? Okay, what can we do now? What's simple and easy to do? And follow with 12 and 12. Take a quick look at JPY pairs. Yeah, it will break out quite soon, but in the meantime, let's get some money and wait for that breakout. I want to show you that, with this, I can even be entering against the trend like that. I mean, we know it's coming to a bit of a retrace, but it's still with the trend. So I'm just going to take my trades because with the 12, I will get the reverse signal really, really fast into the trade. And by the way, Joji, I'm just telling you, I'm going to use your picture because you've saved me some trouble on that, and I'm going to put that back in the slides. Now I'll credit you for putting that up in the slides. It saves me the trouble. All right, so it's going up next level. I want to show you how much safer this is in real time. Getting a bit flat, isn't it? All right, we're going to get a trend change in a moment, and we can compare side by side with our 20 over here. So the whole point is to make it safer and simpler. If it's above the band, I'm still going for calls. If it's beneath the band, I'm going for puts. Hmm. There's one instance where the 20 would have worked on this one. This is a 12 and 2. But nonetheless, setting up for the next one. If it stays above, okay, fine. Try and follow. Meanwhile, I'm just checking my yen pairs. Nothing yet. It's got a big move right there. Here we go. The potential for it to go for the upper band again. It's getting a bit flat, isn't it? Getting dramatic on this one. It's getting actually a bit flat on this spot here. So sometimes, right, what I would do is that, if I don't feel comfortable to continue, if I find that I made a wrong choice to go in, let's say if I felt that if I should have done, a, waited for retrace before taking the trade, then sometimes I just do that. If I felt that I went in error, I just abandon it after about 3 trades or so. Because abandoning after 3, sometimes, if I felt that I went in too early, it saves me the need, all right, to feel that I need to continue through it. But once again, as long as there's movement, this can work. And when there's movement, which we had, I would have hated to see another doji right here, and we didn't have a doji. It indeed resumed the uptrend, so that works out very well. But just curious, I want to see how this would have happened on a 20 and 2. No difference, really? Interesting. All right. In this case, apparently no difference. Let's go check that again. Did I see something wrongly? That can't be right. Yeah, it went through the... No. All right, if it was a 20 and 2, it would be... Yeah, I got confused on the lines. It would still have been a call. And this one would be the exit. All right, so we would have... In this scenario, the 20 and 2 would have got a better outcome with less levels. But I think generally speaking, 12 and 2 is better. Okay, let's see if we have any action yet elsewhere. If not, I'll just probably do a few more right here and then. I mean, because unless if you have any questions for me, because today the real main the real meat and potatoes that you guys wanted to listen out for is to learn to play with the different Bollinger values. And why TDI is done in a certain way. I used to do flat. Yeah, it's getting flat, you know, it's getting flat. I suggest, oh, hang on, we got a trend change. Yes, we got a trend change. Let's do it. Because on the 1 minute at 12 and 2, we can see a trend change. So let's just go on with it. And going against the majority is great because you see there's a lot of more available options for what we want to do. Wow, I could have even gone in late and won that one. It is down the middle. And you help me spot this downtrend. Let's write one more trend down at 12 and 2. Let's go for it. It's a very bearish bar. And likewise, you know, if you, for those with smaller accounts and you want to take a safer trade, wait for the pullback to the WMA 12 before taking another trade. It's going to help you minimize your exposure. So going from the 20 to 2 to the 12 and 2 is going to, in that alone, it's going to help you reduce your exposure. But using Fibonacci's, using the 12 and using the WMA 12, that's also going to help you minimize your exposure. Those are quite close to the outer bands. Just okay, if you are like 500, if you want to use my conservative system, you kind of can, but it would be a little bit of a risk. I would suggest that, Ron, you may want to top up a little bit, and you want to definitely make use of Bollinger 20 and 2. Okay, I wouldn't say it's safe. 1500 using Bollinger 20 and 2 is going to be, no, the 12 and 2 is going to be it's going to be moderate. I wouldn't say fairly safe, I would say moderately safe. But nothing is certain in this world. So you just don't want to have to open. And also, like in your case, for those people with smaller accounts, I mean, first and foremost, I would say there's a risk. And then the other thing is that what you want to do is that you want to, hey crap, my trade's not being taken. Okay. What you want to do is that you want to see it come back some amount. Let's say if you have a move like that, you want it to, come back about 50%, 38.2 is the minimum. You want to come back against you before you take the trade. That's going to make it a lot safer. Or any significant amount, basically. So significant ones generally is a 38.2, 50, and 61.8. It's going to make you lose some trades. You're going to miss out opportunities. Not as a lose trades and lose money, but you're going to miss out opportunities. So in this case, 23.6 is a nice pullback on this one. And that does the job. All right, so money management, I want to remind you guys. That 12. Let me just type these things out. Okay, I would say that moderately safe. All right, conservative system using 1500 on conservative system. Anything less Well, say, okay, like if it's 500 to 700, there's some risk, okay? So tips on managing risk: use 12 and 2 BB. Actually, everyone should use 12 and 2 BB. And then also you want to use Fibo retrace. Okay, wait for Fibo retrace on big spikes. What else? Or pullbacks to MA 12. All right, these are my tips for you guys. I'm quite concerned with those with smaller accounts because I know you guys want the results and you need the results, but you know, I would say just go on demo. Just go on demo and hardcore test it. Hardcore test it, I mean like taking every damn trade. Compare without taking, like, yeah, so it's like go on demo, hardcore tests by taking every trade, which means without waiting for pullbacks and with waiting for pullbacks. So let's say if you're using a demo account, if you're using on demo accounts, yeah, exactly, Rodolfo, that's right. So you very rarely, if you can filter it, you will very rarely get even to 6 levels, unless you are, like just entering every damn trade. So if you're demo and if the demo account is 1,000, I would say deliberately deplete 500 or whatever and start with that, so that you can know how it's going to respond. Okay, so just hardcore test it with and without the pullbacks and see how you go with the settings. And if you find that what you see after 2 days, like trading every damn condition, every damn market, try some in the Asian, try some in the London, try some in the New York. I did a webinar for my Thailand group in New York, and it was I think it was like 2 days ago. It was very flat. Later part, it got more active. So it was very strange. So try all kinds of conditions. Asian has been working really, really well lately for this, and yeah, just try it out. I think Asian markets quite nice to do. The Aussie pairs. Just try it out, and then if you feel that you're able to cope with that kind of equity fluctuation, then try it on live. All right. Go live if you're able to cope on demo account equity fluctuations. All right, so it's not going to make you a lot of money, but I would say that if this is going to give you at least, it's going to give you at least $50 an hour, up to probably like 140. And let's say if you have a bigger account, it could give you more than that. But I would say that for anyone, it's going to give you at least $50 an hour. So that itself is huge, in my opinion, for most people out there. Yeah. All right. So with that, I just want to end it off here because I think covered quite a bit today, and I'm going to put this video up as ASAP, and you guys can look it over again.